Hello, my name is Rahul, also known as Overachiever, and this is going to be a playthrough of Dark Souls 2. I'm a huge fan of the action RPG genre, and I realised Dark Souls 2 isn't the newest game. Lords of the Fallen and Bloodborne were released recently, but Dark Souls 2 is one of my favourite games of all time. Yes, of all time. And before playing those, I thought I'd do another playthrough of Dark Souls 2. If I press start, you'll see I've actually already got... Oh. Hold on a minute. There you go. Okay, so you'll see I've already got some characters. Yeah, but we're going to be starting a new game because I realise there will be some beginners watching this playthrough as kind of a guide on how to play. So let's get started.
Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land.
I'll try to keep quiet in the cutscenes so that you don't miss out on the story.
A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar? No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why.
That lady is very creepy.
Like a moth drawn to a flame. Your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Alright, so there you go, a brief intro to the story. You are cursed, and you have basically become hollowed and sent to this land, Drangleic, where later on in the game, pretty much the end of the game, you'll have to fight the king, I believe. So here we are, our character. We haven't chosen any stats yet, that'll come in a second, but first we're just going to run around and collect some items. Also show any new players around this starting area and how to basically start. In this area here, I don't believe there is anything of interest, so we'll just keep moving on. Also in that opening cutscene, she said our wings would burn again and again. That's basically her saying we're going to die again and again, because even me, that's going to happen. There's no way you're not going to die in this game. So that's a rusted coin. What rusted coins do is they actually they boost luck temporarily, which means that enemies have a higher chance of dropping more useful items. So that'll be good. You can use that later on in some areas. Up here, I don't think there is anything. So something you want to do in Dark Souls is basically explore. Explore. There's tons to see. There's always new stuff. Now through here, there's actually a path. But you can see by these giant footsteps, we don't want to go up there just yet. So we'll come over here, check if there's any items. No. There's an item there, so we'll check it out in a second. Right. Now, I should probably use this opportunity to say, I'm playing this on PC, but I'm using an Xbox 360 controller. You need to use a controller for this game. If you're a PC player, then get yourself a controller because it's unplayable. I've tried it. With a mouse and keyboard, you cannot play this game. So, I think I can actually go down here. Yep. Grab this. Small, smooth and serpent stone. We can use this. That's very useful. Over here, we can't get up there quite yet. I think I do remember a few more items. Hang on. Bear with me. These creatures here, you don't want to fight them yet. Do not fight these creatures. They will own you. We can come back and fight them in a while though. Yep, I've been there. Oh, I missed something over here. No. Right, I think that is all the items in this area. We'll move on and see the witches. They've got this little shack in a giant tree here. Again, just to making sure I haven't missed any items. Okay, let's go in.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
So, before we continue, those are all firekeepers. If you remember the first game, those are all basically I don't know, I guess they're firekeepers. I don't know how to explain it, but they're all saying that I'll go hollow. The cursed, if you die too many times in this game, you'll see that your body starts turning into a kind of zombie-like thing. There's enemies around the game that look like it, and those are called hollows, which were all cursed like your character. What makes your character different, I don't know, but something does. So you can collect human effigies and reverse the hollowing, and that makes you become human again. But if you turn completely hollow, then I don't know. It's never actually happened to me, but I'm guessing that's either end of the game or it becomes so unplayable because the health bar actually goes down every time you hollow. So yeah, it's not a very forgiving game. Now, let's come up with a name. Yeah, leave it at that. That's not how you spell my name, by the way, but just leave it at that.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing.
I think she gives us a human effigy.
Effigy.
There you go.
Take a closer look.
So now we shape our
What do you
character.
think it's supposed to be? Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Okay, here we go. So class and gift, we'll come back to that. Start with body. Gender, male, build. I like... this one. Physique. Give him a couple muscles. Right, face. So homeland, I like to go with this one. Hair. I'm a long hair man myself. Maybe not that one. This one? Or shall we go with... yeah, that looks good to me. Let's give him a beard. So not too much. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, let's give him that. Beard colour. Make him white haired. Probably do that for his actual hair as well. Eye colour. Let's make him red-eyed, a bit red. Okay, there. I like to give him a tattoo as well. Who doesn't like a tattoo? A dragon? Maybe. What do we got? A dot. Ooh. Give him the dragon. Give the dragon a kind of... ooh. Yeah. Red colour? Not too red. There you go. Opacity. Let's make it a bit more opaque. Yeah. Is that everything? Oh, eyebrow colour, of course. Let's make him full on albino. There you go. No. Okay. Got that all done. Alright, now class gift. Alright, so you see there's a couple of these. Warrior, that's... it basically says the description. High strength and dexterity. High HP and adaptability for knight. A swordsman, it's kind of for dual wielders. I'm not a dual wielder myself. I prefer the old sword and shield. Or two-handed greatsword. A bandit, high dexterity, skilled with bow, fights well at various ranges. That's very good. Especially if you want to build a dex build, which is good for spears and bows and that kind of thing. Cleric, faith and miracles, so that includes healing in PvP, or if you want to help another player in their world, you can help that player out pretty well. Sorcerer, that's magic. Explorer, many items, so you can see on the right the items you get. You actually get much more than the other ones. Yeah, it's very useful. But we won't be using that because we're going to get all those items anyway. And deprived, you start with nothing. We won't be going deprived, that's a bit too difficult, especially for new players. So I think high strength, dexterity, HP and adaptability. It's always a tough choice. I think what I'm going to go for is the bandit. Yes. Okay. Now gift. Human effigies we don't need to worry about right now. We will get many. We will get many human effigies. So as long as you don't really waste them, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Healing wares, again, we'll get so many, it's not even a problem. Life ring, we'll get that later on in the game anyway. In fact, all of these you will get later on in the game. But for now, I'm going to get a petrified something, because it's something we can use just after the starting area. So we'll finalize creation. Yes.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Okay, again, very creepy. So before we move on, there's a few items in here that we want to get. Up here there's a chest, we open this, and I believe there's human effigies in here. There you go, human effigy. You'll see in the top left our health has already basically been restored. That's because we used the human effigy before, and we're no longer wearing those tattered robes, or was it imported robes? Yeah, imported tunic, and so we're no longer hollowed. Now, is it this way? Yeah. So before we head through there and through that door, we want to head back. I'll go two-handed since we don't actually have a shield yet. So if you want, you can come back and kill these now. They're not that difficult to kill. They will gang up on you though, so be careful with that. But we'll not concern ourselves with that. We're going to go this way. Now you should get a peek of it as we just come up here. Right, there you go. That is a ogre. They're not the easiest enemies. I think their difficulty scales up later on in the game. I'm not completely sure on that. But they're easy to dodge, and there is a way you can defeat them even this early on in the game. So let's get. Oh, missed. Right. When he does that, you want to get behind him and get a hit off on him. Basically, don't get greedy. If you want, you can get behind him, get him to sit down like that. And that's how I choose to approach these things. I try to get him to sit on me, and then he falls back, and you have plenty of time to get hit. Now if he does that, you want to dodge. You don't want that hitting you. Get him to sit down. Yeah. Hit. Get him to sit down. Good. Hit. Get him to sit down. Hit. As you can see, it's all about learning the attack patterns of these enemies. If you can learn them, this game becomes so much easier. Now you can get a hit off in there if you want, but it's very dangerous. Oh, you see he actually hit me there. I'm gonna give him some time to... There you go. Oh! We get a hit off there. 2 hits off there. Oh! Right. Stone Ring. I'm gonna put this right now. This will actually do poise damage. It will reduce an enemy's poise, which means you will stagger an enemy if you hit him, which is very useful for fast weapons especially. For heavy weapons, which already have a lot of poise reduction, you can use it to add on to it, but there's probably no need. So if we come around here again, we'll see we'll actually end back up here at the Fire People's dwelling. So, look up. And I don't believe there's any more things around here. What have we got? Yeah. Okay. So here we have our first bonfire. In the first game you would have had to rest at it to set your spawn point at this bonfire for when you died, and that would also reset all the enemies in the level. In this game you just need to light the bonfire. The enemies are not reset and it's still your spawn point, so that's very useful. Right now we want to restore our health though, and we haven't really defeated any important enemies, or I mean any enemies that we're going to face again anytime soon, so we'll just rest at it and reset our life. Now we're at kind of a tutorial level. This is not difficult, so what I'm going to do is just fast forward it until we get to an interesting bit.